What's good, YouTube? In today's video I will show you how to build the Cyte 09 aka Quincy for level 9999 steel path enemies in Warframe. Let me show you first what he's capable of.
I am not a king, I am not a god, I am Hump.
Welcome back, Tano. I hope you enjoyed this speedrun. As always, before I build a weapon or Warframe, I rely on my method called DVS. D how will be dealing damage, V how will be proccing 10 stacks of viral to make enemies vulnerable to 325% more damage to their HP. S stands for stripping enemies armor. By lowering their armor, we lower their damage reduction, so we deal more damage. Next thing you need to learn, so when you reach the survivability part, everything makes sense to you, is shield gating. In Warframe, not like any other game, when you receive a fatal blow, you don't die. You lose your shield first, you enter gate phase and you become invulnerable for certain duration based on how much shield you have. The idea of shield gating is returning your shields before the gate phase ends, so you don't get hit in your HP. But if you get a toxin proc which bypass your shield, you want to roll guard or you want to cleanse yourself from any ability. And since Cyte 09 is a new Warframe, so we're gonna take a second explaining Cyte 09 for Thanos that are trying to learn about it. Passive. Weak point kills increase Cyte 09 weak point critical chance by 1% up to 300% for the duration of the current mission. Meaning that 300% critical chance increase is only applicable to the weak points, not like everywhere on the enemy's body. Okay, now Seek, you plant an antenna that will detect the weak points of that enemies. It will show you enemies through walls and we will gain punch through. Let's place one right about here and now you will see the weak point of the enemy highlighted like so. Easy ability to understand. Now, resupply. Throw 2 elemental ammo pack that instantly refills the active weapon magazine while granting the weapon an additional instance of selected elemental damage and statue effect. Reload clears the effect. Sniper rifles gain extra damage. Now, this ability is really tricky because you can't use, for example, Roar or something like Zata Whisper or Eclipse unless you replace resupply because it will actually increase your damage. So keep that in mind. So now, for example, my weapon is electricity. How to switch it? You hold the ability and you choose the element that you want. For example, if I want magnetic, I will throw ammo packs of magnetic. Now, as you can see, I'm walking through the magnetic, but I'm not picking it up. Now, why is that? Because my ammo magazine is full. So if I empty it, boom, I pick that magnetic right about here. Now, if I want to pick electricity, I can just go and pick electricity. So even what I can do, I can hold the ability and throw random ones. Look at that. Boom. Hold on, let's get some energy. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, now I have electricity. I'm gonna switch it to cold. I have cold. I'll switch it to blast. And then I have blast. I'll switch it to electricity. I have electricity. I'll switch it to gas. I have gas. I'll switch it to blast. I have blast, I'll switch it to toxin. I hope this clears it. It's a really powerful ability and yes, really amazing. And probably you're going to be asking yourself, okay Hank, there is a couple of weapons we really love, the Kuva Ogres, the Kuva Brahma, the Kuva Zar. Is the second ability capable of making those again a god mode? Yes, my friend, because let's consume our Kuva Ogres. Boom, boom, boom. Let's take a roll. Boom, boom. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. And then, second ability, kaboom. Ready, baby. Boom, 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 boom. Kaboom, ready, baby. So this will make Cyte 09 the new arbitration meta and the reviver of those nerfed ammo weapons. Yes, baby. The third ability called Evade, and this is the helmet ability, believe it or not. Jump backward and become invisible for short duration, Killing enemies on their weak point extends the duration and heals Cyte 09. Now this ability extends with ability duration, and the cooldown 60 seconds starts from the moment you hit the ability. So for example, if I hit the ability like so, I have 11 seconds, and now I need to kill enemies in their weak points. Now we already know their weak points is their head, these ones, like so. There you go. 7, and I keep expanding and expanding and expanding. 14, okay, and so on and so on and so on. So kill to stay invisible, simple as that. And now for Cyte ultimate weapon, the one you saw on the mission. Now summon the Neutralizer Cyte 09 exalted sniper rifle. Bullets ricochet off weak point to seek out other nearby enemies' weak point. That means it's synergized really good with evade, as when you hit an enemy weak point, boom, it goes to the next enemy and so on. Alt fire lobs a cold grenades that completely freezes enemies. They are not really powerful, the cold grenades, but they're a very nice way of CC, so you can slow down the enemies, so you can hit a perfect headshot. Now the weapon is really powerful and it's moddable. Now you can synergize this with the second ability, so let's choose for example corrosive. Boom. Okay, so we got corrosive in here, and then we can use our fourth ability, and now my weapon is corrosive. Now all I have to do 2.5 for 2.5 zoom for 40% critical damage increase, 4 for 60% critical damage increase, 8 for 80% critical damage increase. Look at that. The weapon is really no joke. Look at that. Boom. Boom. And of course we're gonna keep collecting and collecting the passives. As you can see, the weapon is hitting the enemies besides. And this is the alt fire. You cannot use it when you are in zoom. You have to use it out. And boom. See? Look at that. A lot of cold stacks on those. Boom. Easy as that. Really powerful weapon. Now before we move any further in the video, if you don't like my method that I'm going to show you to proc viral and armor strip enemies to apply a full DVS, and I will show you the difference with and without full DVS, you can check this sheet right here. It will help you maneuver around Cyte 09, how you're going to proc viral and armor strip. Now, Archon shards. I'll be running 2 emerald Archon shards so we can armor strip enemies with any weapon modded for corrosive. Okay, so I don't use any helmet ability or focus school to armor strip. I'll be using 2 crimson Archon shards. You run them Tau Forged if you have for ability duration, and I'll be running Tau Forged Ember Archon shard for casting speed for the shield gating. Now the helmet ability I'm going to be using is Tempest Barrage from Hydroid with the augment, so I can proc corrosive and viral, so I can armor strip enemies and proc viral with the Tempest Barrage itself. Now feel free to use any helmet ability you want. Now remember, any helmet ability to increase damage, you cannot replace it with the first ability. You need to replace the second ability, which I think doesn't worth it, my friend. I'm sorry to say that, but for the first time, I don't think it's worth it. I think you need something for utility or CC or something like that, like use silence, whatever. Use anything you want. Alright, Cyte 09. Now remember, every build is not written on a stone. You can switch things around. The idea here is either you inspire or you copy it with an understanding how things work. Brief respite. On ability cast, the energy you spent will be converted to shields. So that's how you're going to be shield gating, so you don't let the enemies reach your HP. Premature footed, 100% chance to resist knockdown. Now it's not a must if you don't have it, and I hope DE one day put it on the Baruketeer. Now what you can replace it with is handspring, hands down. Right, that's the best option until you get the premature footed. If you're not familiar and you don't like premature footed, it's alright. Maybe you're using your Nairo. You can replace this with strength or range, up to you. Viral Tempest is the augment for the Tempest Barrage to proc viral. Rolling guard, so you save yourself from bad situation, and it's a must. Cyte 09 is powerful Warframe, but he's very squishy. Catalyzing shields to reduce your max shield, so you can return it really fast with Brief Respite, since we have only 47 shields, and his abilities are pretty expensive when it comes to shields. Stretch for that 45% ability range. Precision Intensify for 90% ability strength for the 4th ability Neutralize to get that 3 damage multiplier. Alright. Transit Fortitude for ability strength and minus ability duration. It's saddened me to use this, but if you don't like Transit Fortitude, it's alright. You can replace it with anything you want. For example, the Umbral Intensify, and you're gonna keep the duration. Alright, I would do that if I was you. Primed Flow for energy max, Primed Continuity for ability duration. This guy is really hungry when it comes to ability duration. Now, Arcane Energize for energy, obviously, and Arcane Rage in here on headshot. 15% chance for 180% damage to primary weapons, since your sniper exalted weapon considered as a primary weapon. If you're not planning on using your 4th ability sniper, you can switch this one, depends on the weapon you're using, melee or wherever, okay? Simple as that. And now when it comes to companion, my favorite is Nautilus Prime. The reason for that is so cordon pulls in enemies with the ricochet of the 4th ability. The ricochet will be locked in same spot. Duplex for the clones, assault to attack, vacuum to pull the loot, manifold for more cordon. Now we got shield, armor, health, reinforced bond for fire rate, and tenacious bond for critical damage. Verglas Prime, you need the Riven if you want to reach 50% critical chance for tenacious bond, but if not, you can use the Volclock or use Verglas and Steel as powerful. Our Verglas will proc heat and viral. Now, of course, you can take down the Augmenta for the Tempest Barrage, and you can just use Nautilus, but sometimes at level cap they die and you don't have a source of viral, so I feel secure this way. Now, if you don't want to use Nautilus and you want something else to keep you maybe invisible here and there, you can use Shade. There is no problem on that. Alright, let me show you a Shade build really quick, and boom, easy as this, okay? Ghost cloaks owners when enemies are within 24 meters. The cloak is disputed if owners attack. The reason I mention Shade even in an invisible Warframe, because the Cyte 09, if you don't have enough kills or you have to move from area to area at level cap, sometimes you run out of invisibility, and then what happens is you need to wait 60 seconds or 40 seconds or whatever, and you are vulnerable to intake damage, and not every Tenno capable of performing a quick reflex, a reaction to that certain situation. Simple as that. Now for Neutralizer, we're gonna mod it this way. Alright, semi-rifle cannonade, Primed Bane of Grenier for multiplicative damage against the faction. Since we're fighting the Corrupted, we're gonna switch it to Archon. Vital Sense for critical damage, critical delay for critical chance, and the semi-rifle negates the minus fire rating here, and the Galvanized Chamber for multi-shot on kill more multi-shot, Malignant Force for toxin. And I know you would say, why not using the flat? Because I want some statue chance, as look at that, 9, 12, 1.5, it's not good. Hunter munitions to guarantee the slash, since we are 135% critical chance. Hammer shot for critical damage and 80% statue chance. The build itself reached level cap, there is no problem at all, and it killed, no issue. Unique trait, alternate fire launches a freezing grenade that will completely freeze enemies with cold statue effect, means will be 10 stacks of cold, and leave a freezing zone that will continue to apply cold statue for 5 seconds. Makes it a very amazing CC like in all the map that you're playing in. Simple as that. And now it's time for the test. And I will not even bother and collect 300% critical chance, because you'll see how powerful this weapon is. Now, going invisible. Before the invisible, we're going to choose what element we'll be using. Alright, so I can choose whatever I want. I have the viral secured with Tempest Barrage. I have corrosive secured with Tempest Barrage. Now, gas is my favorite. The reason gas is my favorite, because the cloud it creates, it will be ticking on the heads of those enemies and their weak points. So I'll be using gas in here, alright, and then I'll be using my 4th ability, okay, and then I will go invisible, and then we'll just like hit them on the head, and you're gonna see how the ricochets work right about here. See, this is exactly what I mean, and look at that, we are at 27 seconds invisibility. Now, that's that. Now, if we apply a full DVS, armor stripping those enemies, okay, and then look at that, boom, boom, 9 million. Look at that. We don't joke around at all. Let's go one more time. Summoning those enemies. Tempest Barrage. Okay, and Nautilus will pull them in. Look at that. Red crits, baby. There you go. Easy as that. This Warframe is really powerful, and you can do nasty stuff with him, guaranteed. And this is the buff right about here, called Practiced Aim, increase weak point, a critical chance. Now, this is the Warframe, aim or go home. In conclusion, this Warframe is really powerful and amazing, and it's a must-have in your arsenal. And even his Gemini skin is really awesome, and I love it. Now, it will be a fashion frame in the future for him, and if I come with any amazing, more powerful build, it will be announced and will be released in my channel. I want to say this Warframe is a must-have, 8 out of 10. for his survivability, and 10 out of 10 for his synergy and his kit. Really amazing Warframe. I want to say special thanks to everyone ever supported the channel in any way, liking, subbing, commenting, or joining our Discord community, link on the description. Special thanks to special VIP, Rekaka, Illusion, All Free and Irish, and the undisputed donator Free Hate, and all other donators, Kali, Rekol, Free, Victor, Mr. V, Mika West, Milan, Illinois, and Noobmaster, and everyone supported the channel in any way. And see you guys next time. Stay tuned, a lot of 1999 weapon builds and more coming soon.